so right now I'm going to show you how to do competition or stage makeup for dancers. Alright, before you do your makeup anytime, whether it's for school or for stage, you want to moisturize. So I'm just using the Complete face lotion. Okay, so first I like to give myself eyebrows. So I just use my Naked palette, but if you want to color in your eyebrows, just find any shade of eyeshadow that matches your hair color. It can be lighter, it can be a shade darker, whatever you want, and I'm just using a regular brush to apply it. Okay, so next is concealer. So you just, I have dark under circles, and then I put a little on the eyelids to make them the same color. And then on any spots that are red or any breakouts that you have, go ahead and add some of that. And this is just Revlon Color Stay. And for concealer, you want to pick a color that is your skin tone or lighter, because if you have a shade that's darker than your skin tone, you can definitely see it and that looks bad. And next is foundation. There's a few different ways you can do your foundation. I personally think that, especially for dancing, I think you should use liquid foundation because it stays on better and the powder tends to sweat off more. But if you choose to go that way, then you just use a simple powder foundation and put it on with the brush that it comes in. Or I use a liquid foundation, and I use a slight shade darker than my actual skin tone, so it makes me look a little tanner because I already have a fairly fair skin tone. So you can either just put it on with your fingers, or you can use one of these beauty brushes, sponge things, or again use this brush. But I just take a little bit onto my hand and rub it on and do little dots. Okay, and then once I finish that, I just take my hands and make sure everything's all blended nicely into my hairline and underneath my cheekbones and on my chin, especially around this area and on your forehead. When you use foundation, you want to make sure that when you raise your eyebrows or when you go to talk, you don't get clumps of your makeup right where you smile. So I just blend it out with a little brush, and that just keeps it from sticking together. And also, since we're using liquid foundation and we'll be dancing and sweating, I use a pressed powder and just use a big fluffy brush, and that just helps set the liquid foundation. Okay, next we're gonna highlight, and this is gonna draw, it's where the light hits your face. You wanna add even more emphasis to it. So I just take a bright concealer that's lighter than my skin tone and add it to my under eyes, and then I do right on top of my cheekbones, my chin, down my nose, and forehead. And I just go ahead and dab that in. So after you highlight, I contour. This is just, or just putting on bronzer, it adds a contrast to what you just highlighted. So the contouring kind of slims your face, and I just take a foundation brush or a powder brush and use a bronzer, which is normally 2 shades darker than your skin tone. And I just make it nice and light and do it on the side of my nose, and that'll slim that, and then do a little brush of powder across the tip of your nose. And then if you open your mouth, this little area right here, you want to do little baby circles going about mid-cheek, right below your eye, and slim that. And then bring it all the way back up to your hairline and bring it down. Since I have a widow's peak, I kind of follow that little area of my face. Okay, and then the last thing before the eyes, I just add blush. And then I take that blending brush that I used earlier and just blend the bronzer and the concealer that I added all on my cheeks, and make sure that there aren't any harsh lines. Alright, now on to eyes. Alright, first I'm gonna prime my eyelids, and I just use an eye primer, but if you don't have that, because I know sometimes they're expensive, I have the Urban Decay one. So just dab that onto your eyelid and do it all the way up to your eyebrows. And then I like to do it on like on my lower lash line along there, because I'm also going to be applying some shadow there. So first, you always start with the lightest shade that you have. So in the palette that we get, I use the lightest color, and I'm just applying it with a small regular brush. And you start with the inner corners of your eyes, and then you're going to apply it to your whole lid, even all the way up to your eyebrows. And then next you take the next darkest color that you have. So this one is like a deep gray kind of, and I have this angled brush that I'm using, and you just dab it in the powder. And this one you're applying to the lid, just right in the center of your lid, right where your eye is. And then you're putting it on the crease of your eye, and you're just gonna dab it on because you'll be blending it later. And you kind of apply it to the whole like second half of your eyelid. Like you would just split in half, you apply it to like that area. And then you apply it all over your crease. Okay, and then for the darkest color, this is where you're gonna be blending. So I have this nice circle brush that really helps blending, and this is where most smoky eyes kind of go wrong. Once you start to apply your darkest color, most people only put the color right on the lid, but you really need to like draw it out more and make little, it's kind of like a windshield wiper motion, and you want to get the shadow like just right above the eyelid, and then start to bring it in a little bit on the lid, and then keep doing those little circles. Because this, when you bring the shadow up past your lid, it makes your eyes look 10 times bigger. And then I do little baby circles with the brush, going all the way down to the corner of the eye. And then I'm actually gonna go over it with a more black shadow, just to darken it even more. And then just make sure you blend it because you don't want any harsh lines. Okay, sticking with this shadow, I'm gonna take a thinner, smaller brush and use that same dark color. And I'm just gonna go over the second half, kind of putting it on like eyeliner, but then blending it in to that shadow that we just applied. And then I'm taking that shadow and putting it on the lower half of my lower lash line, and that's gonna again add more drama to the eye and make it look bigger. When you're applying the shadow to the lower lash line, make sure you connect that line that you're drawing to the outside corner. Okay, so that's the last of the dark shadow, and I'm just gonna go back into the light shadow that I have, and I'm gonna go right under my eyebrows again to help blend in that dark shadow. I really don't want there to be any harsh lines. Next, moving on to eyeliner. Before I apply eyeliner, I like to curl my eyelashes. Bottom eyeliner, I like to follow the little line that I drew with the shadow and really emphasize the depth that I put in there. So I really droop that and then do a thin line at the like base of the tear duct. And then for the top eyeliner, when I have eyeshadow on, especially when I have an eyeshadow look that like took so much effort and time into it, I like to do liquid eyeliner or gel because the pencil sometimes takes some of the shadow with it. And again, on the outside half of my eye, I put on the eyeliner thicker and then make it thin on the inside, which will make my eyes look more open and awake. Alright, and then with the liquid, I like to take, I just like to extend where my eyeliner meets. I don't really like to do the wings, but just continuing that line of my bottom eyeliner, I go up towards the end of my eyebrow. Okay, so eyeliner's done. Next, I'm gonna do eyelashes. So I'm just taking any mascara I have that's black and putting it on my top lashes. Since we're gonna be applying fake lashes, the mascara doesn't really matter all that much. You just want to coat your lashes in something dark. Okay, so I'm just taking the glue and putting it on the end of the eyelashes. And make sure when you put the glue on, you put extra glue on the ends, because that's where it starts to wear off and like sweat off the most. When you go to apply the lashes, it's kind of just like a guess and check. You just gotta plop it on, and then if you need to shift it over to the right or shift it over to the left, it's easy to do. And you wanna, when you put it on, you wanna get it as close to your actual lash line as you can, because then they look the most natural. Alright, so once it's on, you just kind of keep your fingers on the ends and hold that for a few seconds for the glue to dry. Oh, and look, that's a good one. So once I put the false eyelashes on, I like to go back over with the liquid eyeliner and just kind of serves as like another adhesion and like a safety precaution. And then also go back over your eyelashes with your mascara, and this is gonna connect your real eyelashes to the fake ones. The last step for the eyes is just a little bit of glitter, and I just dab this onto my finger, and that's it for eyes. Okay, the last step to stage makeup is lipstick. So before you put that on, you just want to moisten your lips with chapstick or any type of gloss if you want to put that on. And then if you want, you could put on liner, like lip liner. That helps emphasize the lips, but I think since we use like bright red lipstick, that draws like enough attention. So for this whole look, just don't be afraid to make your shadow dark, and like I said earlier, take it like outside just your eyelid and really keep your lipstick looking dark, because you just have to remember that this is on stage and it's supposed to look dark and heavy, but it doesn't look like that from the audience. You just want all of your features to be shown, and you don't want to look pale. You want people to be able to see your smile or the face rolls that you're making.